These plastic and paper speakers are from the Bang & Olufsen system on my Audi R8. They are out and we are getting a full audio upgrade finally. Look at the distortion that has come from these in the last 14 years. This is going to be a major overhaul. Now there are some highly entertaining little quirks to this car that in 2023 you kind of have to try and iron out. The one big problem that I have is the Bluetooth connectivity and the B&O system that's in this car. This is my mode of media. A portable Bluetooth speaker. Now I've always seen myself as a bit of an audio expert when it comes to premium sound systems in cars like Bose, Bang & Olufsen, Bowers & Wilkins, Sonos, Harman Kardon, whatever it is in cars, I always like listening to them, but it's only when you see what goes on behind the scenes and the materials that are used for a B&O system in an R8, which everyone will tell you, you need the B&O in the R8 if you want any chance of selling it the other end. Is paper and plastic. Like, it must be some of the most basic materials to use for a sound system. Like, when you compare them to the Morel system that's going in, like, it literally blows your mind. The quality, the weight, and the way that these speakers feel that are going into the car. The difference is going to be night and day. I'm more excited about hearing these speakers than I have been about any wrap, any exhaust upgrade, because this is what I'm actually going to be living with on a day-to-day basis. And these have been completely useless to the point where I took the Bluetooth speaker down to Monaco because that was the only way that I was going to be able to stream my own music and media through the sound system. And finally, the full upgrade, it's gonna be like I'm in a music studio listening to music, and I cannot wait. Lesson one then, before the car is even here, we've got a whole bunch of boxes laid out. Connor, would you like to take me through exactly what is getting installed onto the car and how this is going to massively improve the sound system that is already in?
Well, it's not hard to improve on Bang & Olufsen. So we're starting with a full audio upgrade. This is going to consist of Morel speakers. So front speakers, we've got the Morel freeways. These are the late carbons. The reason why they're called freeways is because there's basically 6 speakers going in the front. So you've got tweeters, mid-range, mid-bass. Basically it. Very simple system, just 6 speakers in the front. And then what we're going to hope to achieve is put this tiny little subwoofer in there.
Beautiful.
Morel 8-inch, packs a punch, don't be full bite size.
Yeah.
Okay, this is incredible subwoofer. And then all of these speakers are going to run off this powerhouse right here, which is a 5-channel Morel amplifier, which has probably got about 10 to 15 times more power than what your factory B&O amp has.
Look what has made it down to John Cleese audio. The R8 is here, and I've noticed that Dub have already got to work on the carbon PPF. The wing mirrors and side blades are looking smart. How are we doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, mate, it's good. Good to see you.
How's everything going with the old audio build?
We're a few days into it now. There's
Yeah.
still plenty of time to go, in all fairness, but we start with the basics first, which we always do, which is soundproof the front 2 doors.
Yeah.
We want to make sure it sounds as good as it can, so we improve the cavity. So Simon is soundproof halfway through that door. He's now currently making the speaker mounts for the mid-ranges, so which is the smaller speakers on top of the door. So he's underway with installing all your upgraded speakers, and we're kind of in between that is like with a bit of downtime working out where things are going.
Yes, because I've seen like on the behind the seats,
yes,
stripping this away shows off, I suppose, just a small percentage of.
Yeah, it looks worse than it is. This panel actually comes off quite easily, so it's not actually that intrusive taking this panel out of an R8, but it does reveal a lot of the modules, as you can see here.
Yeah.
In particular, the factory amplifier from Bang & Olufsen, which is this one here.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking at the moment might change, because this is how this industry works. You throw some ideas around, you brainstorm, but hopefully remove that, move these a little bit out of the way, and then we're hoping the 5-channel amp, the Morel amp, which is going to run all your system, is going to go here.
Okay.
Because then that way we can kind of avoid fitting something in the front, which we can do, but you know, we haven't, as you know, you ain't got much cargo space in here, mate. So if we can keep that space completely free, then this is the ideal right here. That is your B&O of the car world, not to be affiliated with B&O of the home world, in my opinion. All right, don't shoot me for that statement. But if you look at it compared to your new speaker that's going in, I mean, you don't have to be a car audio boffin to see the difference there. All right, it's quite obvious to plain Jane as to what's going on here. Rubbish. Awesome. You heard it here first.
Simon showed me that actually the deterioration of this.
Yeah, that's not us. That's actually happened naturally over time because the materials they're made by and the environment they're put in, they actually just perish over years. So yeah, it's already started doing that actually. So that wouldn't help with your sound quality. I'm sorry about the noise in the background, by the way. It's an extractor because health and safety, people.
Well, look at this. It is all kicking off.
Yep.
So you're building mounts for this?
For the mid bass, yep.
Yeah.
So it's going to be similar to that. For that to be housed in there.
Now I've been down here 3 times now.
This is your 3rd visit, yeah.
And Simon's saying we're getting very close to hearing.
Yes, sound is very close actually. He's probably only a couple of days off actually powering up.
Yeah.
Which
is mega. So shall we go through a little bit of an update because the doors look mega. Which way are we going first?
We'll go for the doors first because I'm spinning around thinking where we're going next. Now we'll start with the doors because the doors are now fully soundproofed, the actual metalwork of the doors. So we've done the outer skin, which is the bit behind, the painted side of it. We've actually fully soundproofed. We've then dynamated the inner skin, which is this part. And then we've actually mounted the speakers in their positions. So your new speakers are all in and fitted now on custom-made birch ply baffles. The reason we do them is they're a bit more solid than plastic, really. And you may notice this little bit of foam piece here. It looks like it's Audi genuine, but we've installed that. All that in essence does basically makes the energy from a speaker come through your grill to hit your ears, mate.
Yeah.
So you're not wasted. You don't want all the energy pumping on down door cards causing rattles. So, and then in the other room, the door card's been soundproofed.
So this is another part of the door.
Yep. So this is the door card. So this is obviously the bit that covers
so the leather's underneath here.
Have a look. Obviously, there you go. That's it there.
Yeah.
So that's your door card, and we soundproof this as well because, I mean, if you look at the material, it's almost like a cardboard, isn't it?
It's like a fibre. It's like a fibrey board.
Yeah.
So
it's trying to be lightweight, I'm guessing, isn't it?
There's a lot of soundproofing that probably wouldn't stick to it. The Dynamat, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it looks so clean. And just like no one's ever going to see this.
No, it's a shame, really.
This is almost, I'm more excited to hear how the car sounds with no audio, just to hear the soundproofing at its absolute peak.
Well, if you think about it, in that cockpit, the 2 massive bits of metal next to you are the doors.
Yeah.
So you're going to notice, you will notice road noise, and the doors will shut nicer. How to say it? Just like a Golf? I don't know. I don't know. we'll say that, but they will. It should be a bit quieter as well. Maybe not your exhausts because that's quite loud. But we'll try our best.
Yeah.
Again, it's another layer. You've got obviously the outer skin soundproofed, the inner skin like you can see there in the car, and obviously this one again. So again, it's another filter.
Yeah.
To the outside world, which is what you need.
Which is just going to completely isolate the speakers.
You want to keep the outside sound out and your audio sounding the best it can inside the car.
Yeah. Okay, I need to be completely honest. I jumped out of the car, I ran in, I was so eager to hear the sound system that I pretty much jumped in the R8 before grabbing my camera. So I've got back to the Alpha. Connor is now going to take us both, as in you and I, around the entire project and the complete finished article, because let me tell you, it sounds phenomenal, but it's not just about the sound. So where do we want to start?
Let's start with actually, it looks as good as it sounds.
Yeah.
I know that's not just about the only thing that's important, but let's actually show what you can see, because everything else, as we know, is hidden. But let's show you the sub box, because this is a thing of art.
Look at that. Goes with the curvature of this rear storage bench. Look at the curves of the OEM R8 and then that of the sub box as well. And then it's satin black. It's got a bit of carbon effect on it. Let's actually push the seat back and come around. Look at that.
Yeah, that's it was a work of art and a labour of love. I'm telling you, this took about 6 days, so 8 times 6, you're talking over 40 hours of labour time doing this, and then we managed to source the OE vinyl material to actually trim the box in the same material as your factory panels are. So it looks as good as it sounds. We're to be honest, we're stoked with it. It's really good. Simon has done a stellar job on this.
It is amazing. And then down below where the CD changer used to be, I have now got USB-C charge points, is that correct?
Yeah, you got 2 USB-C chargers and the old-fashioned USB-A. USB-C is the fast PD rated, so it means that you can charge your cameras on the go.
Oh my God.
Supercars of London keeps power whilst listening to his heart rate.
The two things that this car was missing was one, an audible audio system. Like the B&O was absolutely knackered.
Yep.
And to the point where obviously I went on the road trip with a portable Bluetooth speaker because it was the only way that I could listen to podcasts. It was the way that I could make and receive phone calls. Now I can connect my phone, I can stream media, I can listen to podcasts, I can still make and receive phone calls, but I can now listen to WhatsApp voice notes. But I never had a charger. So like the whole way down to Geneva, I was in low power mode, I was flicking it into airplane mode because there was no way that I could charge the phone, sorry. And now I've got fast charge.
Obviously you've seen throughout the video, we obviously did our best to hide everything, which we have done apart from the sub, which we can't obviously hide.
Yeah, but look at it!
But look at it, you don't want to hide that, it's a thing of art.
Yeah.
We've obviously left the grills off so you can show the behind the behind the grill there, to show the actual speaker behind, because the grill just pops on within 30 seconds.
And Simon was also saying that the way that the engineering has been done for the speaker has meant that each of these speakers now slots so perfectly into the door card that all of the energy of the speaker comes out and gets pushed into the cabin of the car rather than getting lost through the door.
Yeah, because we've actually put like acoustic foam rings around the speaker itself, forcing all the energy from the speaker through the grill, opposed to being lost in the door card. It's little things like that just make a difference. It's only a small thing, but accumulating makes a huge difference.
It means that inside this cabin is the equivalent of a soundproof music studio.
It's as close as you're going to get, basically, to be fair. Obviously, we're still in the car, but, we make it as good as it can be, the environment, to make these new speakers sound as good as they possibly can,
And there's one party trick on the door, not the door, sorry.
Yeah, on the seat.
The driver's seat has a little party trick that...
Let me move out of the way.
I can't actually describe how accessible and easy this is, but the legends here...
I'll tell you what, I'll get in and give you an example. I'll be the model. So you want more sub bass? You just go down to your little knob here and turn it like that. Easy as that.
So you've retrofitted a sub bass control system on the door.
Yeah, on the seat itself. Yeah, it's just so convenient, because the thing is, you don't want to be lifting up a trough to get in here. You don't want to be having it on show underneath this beautiful dashboard here, and you definitely don't want to be leaning forward whilst trying to control your gated transmission. So you want it like easy to get to, and there you're not leaning at all. It's like absolutely perfect. So it's we were really happy with that little position. I thought you would be as well.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And then when you actually have the seats back, the sub it's subtly sat in the middle.
Yeah, it does. It is nice.
The curves, the leather, like everything. Just you wouldn't even know that it's there if you're looking, and you kind of think even if you clocked it, you're like, that's probably how they all came.
Yeah, what's that there?
Yeah,
it does suit really nice. We're really happy with this one.
This
one's turned out actually better than we thought. Like the sub box, we always try and hide things, but sometimes you haven't got the option to hide speakers in every single vehicle, and then when you don't, you just want to make it as good as it can be, down to following some kind of curves in the panel rather than just a square box. Because you could easily just make a square box there half the time, but that's not how you do it, is it? You kind of hide it properly as well. Not hide it, but you make it nice to suit in with the curves.
That's it. And I remember when I first had this project opportunity, it was all about OEM Plus.
Yeah.
Just keeping what is so natural with this car, so pure. Manual V10, and we now have the audio system. And honestly, when I say that this is my favourite modification that I've ever done in all of my cars, I love music so much. I love the exhaust sound of cars so much as well, but I've done loads of exhausts. This is the first time I've ever done an audio upgrade. But my God, every single car from now on, like for me, if it is a long-term car, needs it, without a shadow of a doubt. What this sound system does inside the car, with the door shut, the window slightly dropped, the way that these guys have engineered such an amazing sound out of this car and cabin, which, as you say, it's a small cabin.
Very small cabin.
So you're kind of working with tricky acoustics.
Yep. Yeah,
compared to like a Rolls-Royce Cullinan or something like that.
Yeah, you've got a lot more airspace to play around with there. So that's exactly it.
It's incredibly impressive. So I will show you just how OEM Plus it is, to the sense that that screen in there is exactly how it was when we came in. We haven't even changed the screen. There's no Apple CarPlay. I didn't want Apple CarPlay. All I wanted was for me to get in the car. I didn't think that I was ever going to have a charger. So the fact that I can put my phone on charge and now listen to music through a Bluetooth streaming device, but have it through these speakers, is an absolute dream come true. So Connor, Simon and the whole team here and Morel have been absolute legends. These guys have shot what I would say is probably a more in-depth video than me, because I've popped down every now and again through different stages.
We've got literally the whole we've got the whole box being built actually.
There you go.
Time-lapse videos,
there you
B-roll, so you can literally see how it's done. Obviously you won't be able to recreate it yourselves unless you've got the standard that Simon can produce, but you can watch how we do it.
You can build it yourself. If you're Simon.
If you're Simon, exactly that. So no, we've done a lot of we've got a lot of footage on our video as well.
So head into the link in the description, head over to their YouTube channel, and Morel, the audio legends that have supplied this sound system for the car, not only have they created an amazing product, but they've created a product that fits behind the B&O sound system, which as we said, in a few owners' time, people are just going to assume this is how good B&O sound systems are.
Yeah, I just hope they look around and see the sub and then realise, that's why it sounds good.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
They're not naive.
Yeah. I will now show you a little snippet of how good this sound system sounds, and then wrap up and head off. Now, there comes a lot of pressure with playing 15 seconds of audio without getting a music copyright claim on the song. Way too fine, I be out of my mind, relax. I'm still rooting you on like I'm literally going to live in here now. Like, the sound system's better than the audio system I've got at home. I'm just going to be sat outside just listening to music.
That's exactly the feedback we like. Like, when people give us feedback it sounds better than my home audio, it's like, yeah, that's what we strive for. Not always the case when someone's got a $100,000 system at home, but we can definitely aim.
Yeah, very, very impressive. So as I've said, all of the links in the description to everyone that has helped pull this project together, and I cannot wait to get this on the road. I'll tell you what though, this is going to be an interesting one to play music over.